Greetings, YouTube. So, a little good news. It's so rare nowadays. We're going to actually be getting back some of the net neutrality rules that were put in power in 2015 that were then eradicated by Turnup and his cronies. Uh, because the reality is, as anyone who's probably watching YouTube right now knows, the internet is part of infrastructure. The internet, particularly broadband internet, is a necessity if you want to be a participant in the 21st century. If you'd like to have a job, if you'd like to be able to look for a job, you want to be able to access resources online, your doctor, the library, uh, your politicians, you know, science, entertainment, it's all tied in to having a solid backbone of broadband internet. You don't have these things, we're screwed. The internet has opened up the world for billions of people. And in America, we have a pathetic internet access. Our broadband, what passes for our broadband in this country is sad. The type of speeds I'm getting is not great. I'm I'm a Comcast customer. Infinity is not, no, it's Xfinity. Yeah, Xfinity, that's what it's called. I always just think of it as Comcast in my head because that's what it used to be called when I first got it. Um, in fact, I still have a Comcast email address. But it's depressing on so many levels when you see so many politicians doing everything in their power to throttle it back so that only the elites who can afford it will have access, and that more people in the fringes of society, whether it's out there in the hinterlands of the actual, you know, lower population zones or the lower socioeconomic strata, just don't have access. They can't get it because that's a tool of control. If you can keep poor people from getting access to job interviews and the ability to get online classes and things like that, that benefits the Republicans and the conservatives that fuel them because it means that there'll be more poor people who will have no position to argue for better pay and a better job and things like that because they won't have the education and the resources to turn to. So it's a tool of control for the Republicans. Keep people off of broadband internet means that you have more control for longer because they know that their demographic is getting older and their only way they can stay in power is to create an apartheid America with an incredibly small minority controlling a vast majority who disagrees with them. Um, and this is just another aspect. Not to mention the people who would benefit from there not being broadband are bribing them right, left, and center. So I'm thrilled to see that we will be getting some of those net neutrality rules back in play. That would be awesome. Now, to make sure that they stay in play, we're going to have to make sure that there is never, ever again a Republican politician elected to presidency. Because as soon as they get there, they're going to roll those back again. Even though it'll become harder and harder as more and more of our society is done online. It's going to get to the point where even if those folks that would think they would benefit most with a big, vast, poor population are going to realize that if some of those folks don't have access, their lives are going to be negatively affected. And remember, for the GOP and conservatives, they only care about something when it affects them personally. So if we can make sure they understand that, if we all don't have access to broadband networks, if we all don't have access to good, solid, reliable internet infrastructure, that it could adversely affect their lives. Now, I'm not saying how it would adversely affect their lives, but I think we should drive the point home that we're going to make sure it adversely affects their lives.